Sorry, stopping to listen to the birds. I love that. There's a rock that needs to move. It's trying to fall down this hill. I want it to fall down the hill before we get a dock in, before we get steps in, before we get anything that'll break, before people will be there to get hurt. I tried to move it. We moved it a little bit, which is almost worse than not moving it at all. I need to get a big iron bar. I'm pretty sure they sell them at Ace Hardware. And to lever that up. I only had a 3-foot crowbar, and that was hopelessly inadequate. And I'd say you need maybe 2 iron bars and at least 2 strong adults. Maybe 3 would be great. Okay. Gotta dig up the dirt that's here to get to the bedrock to do the foundation. The foundation pads are supposed to be 24 inches round. So I think I need to get an excavator machine up, maybe. Or maybe Tim Buckingham can. I don't know. He tried once and got some of it. There's this stump which Tim asked me if he should pull, and I said no, leave it. It needs to go. That's the corner, nearabouts. The other corner's kind of down here, maybe where this cone is. I moved the corner up a bit, the hill, so it's not so far over the hill, and that means that here's the other corner. I got it in red here. I'm standing at the, I'm walking in the front door where the porch. If I turn on the porch on the left side of the porch and look down, I'm looking down. There's that rock that's going to fall, looking down at the lake. And we can clear out some of that to make it a better view. We can't put the dock here. The dock needs to be here because that's not our property. In addition to the winding path, we can have a stairs that goes down this 25% grade, and that can connect to the winding path right there. And then from there, you might not need steps the whole way, really, once we clear that wood out. I'm not sure. We might have sections with steps and sections with path. There's 2 big rocks over here that I would dearly like to move. Just move back by those old rotten stumps there was a dead tree here that I took out. These 2 rocks need to move back to give us a bigger picnic area. They need to move back about 10 feet. I don't want to move them back too far or they'll roll down the hill. Got some driveway fabric left. I have no idea what to do with. I need a whole bunch more 2x4s to do batter boards. I need 16, 4 for each corner. Looks like I got 2, 4, 6 here. I think I have another. I should count underneath. Got some more stored there, don't I? Okay. For the batter boards, there's no soil, so I have to drill a hole in the end of the 2x and stick a rebar up in that hole. And then I got to drill a hole in the ground. Oh, my axe is out. I got to bring that axe home. I got to drill a hole in the rock and stick the batter board in the rock. And then I have to use a transit to get the elevation set. The elevation of the first floor, which we're going to try to keep pretty low. Maybe the height of that stump. I don't want it any higher than we need to. And I probably need to use a pressure washer to wash soil away where it's, where the foundation goes. I don't know. Foundation is 24-inch round sonotubes, about 8 inches on center. 8 inches on center, right. About 8 feet on center in one direction, about 12 feet in the other. Okay, cleared the staging area for the logs. The staging area might be parking in the future. But basically, if you keep pulling up here, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of flat back in there. There's our if I walk into this staging area, I guess it's about 20 feet by something I could measure, I suppose. 20 by 20, 30 by 20, until it starts going down. That little orange flag right here is the property line. So we've got all the way back to here. I still got some brush to get out of the way, but pretty much I came in here with a weed whacker just to cut down the little stuff, so I got to build stands to put the logs on. I think this is enough area for the logs. Won't know till later, which means I need a lot more lumber for that too. And that's one of the things that needs to happen pretty soon. Cut this pine yesterday, and I'll give you a sense of the size of this pine. I don't know if you can see my hand on it, but that was always a little exciting to drop pine this size. It was kind of stubborn, but it went right down the driveway. It was deader than a doornail, as you can see. And there's a big old pile of brush here, another mess. Again, if we get a chipper up here, then we could chip that up and blow it back down the hill. The hill kind of drops off here pretty dramatically. It's worse than it looks because that stuff's all piled up. I don't know if you can get a sense of it here or not, but it's a pretty steep drop. And our property goes down, kind of along where that tree, old dead tree is. So everything between that and us here is property. I wish there was a way to cut the driveway back to go in the direction out, but there isn't, so I give up on that score. As you can see, or maybe you can't see, there's enough room to turn around cars now. I got Paul's minivan here, and I got some space. It's kind of a 3-point turn. It's not a big old circle, but it can be done. I'm not entirely sure why. Having done this a couple days, I'm pretty comfortable just backing up this driveway. So that's about all my progress.